Around the sports world, they're talking about tennis, and they're talking about Bobby Riggs and Rosie Casals. They'll battle, ladies and gentlemen, right here on television for a prize of $250,000, winner take all. Now, you know Bobby Riggs is twice her age. You know, too, that Rosie Casals is not an admirer of Bobby Riggs. Riggs says he can beat her standing on one leg. Casals says he couldn't beat her if he had 4 tennis rackets. We'll find out when we see them on the big match. Think of it, $250,000, that's more than Rosie won all last year. Riggs has been around the circuit. He's been around the circuit many times, and he's always come home a winner, except the last time he played a woman. We'll find out when he meets Rosie Casals how he'll do this time around the tennis tour.
Captain Ryan. Who? Leland, how are you?
Fine, Art, just fine.
Say, I hear you're gonna have quite a crowd down there over the weekend, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was calling you about, wondering if you might be able to give me a hand.
Well, certainly if I can. What's the problem?
Well, we're not staffed for an event this size. I have to use my own people for security, and I could use a couple of extra officers for crowd control on Bobby Riggs and Rosemary Casals.
What I hear, if it's true, you better brace yourself for a mob.
Yeah, right. Anyway, Art, I know some of the LAPD work security for the movie companies on their off hours, and I was just hoping that you might have a couple of people you could recommend.
And to tell you the truth, Lee, I don't think I've got anybody to spare. You know, most of my people are pulling double shifts anyway. I really can't think of anyone Lee, your problems are over. I think I got a pair to spare.
Just so long as it doesn't put you out, Art.
No, it's my pleasure. Are you kidding? Listen, they'll be down there by tonight.
Fine, thanks very much.
Bye-bye. Reports?
No, sir.
What then?
The next episode of my new TV series.
TV series?
Yeah, the one I'm preparing based on my experiences as a police officer.
Your experiences? Expenses?
Yes, sir.
$400? How could expenses get that high?
Oh, those aren't company expenses, sir. It's my budget.
Good.
I wish I could say that.
What's the problem?
Well, I don't make enough money to cover it.
Christie? Peter? Assignment time.
I don't know how you do it, Bobby. Plain living. By the way, don't miss the ceremony this afternoon when my money arrives by armored car.
Folks, stay back now. Please stay back. All right, out of the way. Come on, come on. Let's not make it such a big deal. It's only $250,000. Hi, Ed.
Walt Harris, owner of the Palm Valley Tennis Club, is signing for the prize money, all $250,000 of it. Will it be Rosemary Casals or Bobby Riggs?
Here it is, kids. $250,000 in prize money to the winner of next Sunday's match. Anybody want to see the color of it?
Absolutely.
Here it is.
Bobby, take a good look at the money because after Sunday it'll be in my checking account.
You don't fool me. It isn't the money that you want.
What then?
What every red-blooded American girl dreams of. Bobby Riggs.
Okay, let's get some pictures with the money, folks.
Don't crowd in too close, folks, please.
Mr. Riggs, could you see some money? A little higher? All right. There you go.
What is it, Walt?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
What's all your clothes in there?
Rosemary Casals and Bobby Riggs.
Yeah, a rematch. Yeah. Read about that. Hey, who do you think's gonna walk away with all that bread?
Me. Investigator Love and Officer Gallagher. Love, Gallagher. Lee Baxter.
How are you?
Let's, say, I'd like you to meet Miss Casals and Mr. Riggs. This is Miss Love and Mr. Gallagher.
Hi. I'm Rosie. This is what's left of Bobby.
You'll have to excuse Rosie. Actually, we have a love-hate relationship. She hates to admit how much she loves me.
Actually, there's not very much the two of you will have to take care of until the main crowd start moving in on the day of the match. In the meantime, get acquainted and oversee some of the security arrangements.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Christie, do you play tennis?
Well, if one lesson qualifies me, I play.
How about you, Pete?
Well, in all modesty,
My kind of man.
I only actually play once a week or so.
Let's play some doubles.
Oh, I don't think I'm good enough for that kind of doubles.
Christie, don't worry about it. We'll massacre him.
Give me a little more time. Couple of weeks, huh? What do you say?
Look, you're a gambler, right? Well, I am too, in a way. You lost it compulsively. Well, I'm compulsive. I want the money I loaned you.
But I just don't have it.
Hey. Sure you do, Walt.
Ah, now. One thing I'm not is a thief. You can forget about the prize money, Reese.
Well, you got to handle things the best way you know how. And I got to do the same. I just hope not too many people get burned when this place goes up. How are you?
Let's begin with a sip of Chateau Margaux 67. I think you'll like the wine. It's amusing, unpretentious, and ridiculously overpriced. You know me. Anything for my guests.
Then why did you tell the waiter to give me the bill?
Sometimes women's liberation is a beautiful thing.
Any sign of my wife?
No, Mr. Harris, I haven't seen her.
Well, she ought to be along in a few minutes. Thanks. That must be her letter in, would you?
Turn around.
All right, let's open it. Here's $25,000 for handling charges.
I don't want it. Come on, let's get on with
You know, I'm starting to get used to the idea. I might make you my new bodyguard.
Oh, you should be looking for a new body.
Hey, by the way, did I tell you I'm a writer?
Yeah, 4, 5, 6 times.
Right. Then you know what it means to me to meet a celebrity like yourself. But I want to warn you, it's only fair. Be careful of what you say.
Careful?
Writers are ruthless. They use everything they hear sooner or later. Now take the time.
Come on, you're wasting time. Well?
I'm sorry, Walt, but I gotta make a change in the plan.
What are you talking about?
Getting rid of my one and only witness.
So in the first episode of my new police series, it'll be in there for all the world to see. What a cab driver told me in one sentence, I am gonna make into a whole episode. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Truthfully, Christie, hasn't this been the most exciting, beautiful evening of your whole life, being here with me?
Well,
I thought so.
that's gunfire.
Hey, you've been on the line too long. That's the car backfiring.
Well, if it was backfiring shots, Pete.
You've got me all to yourself again.
Terrific.
He's all right.
This guy's dead.
There was another man. He just left. He's got the money.
Pete? There he is.
Stop! Hold it! Stop!
Hello, D.
You know him, Sheriff?
Yep, that's Emmett Reese. Sort of our resident loan shark. Okay, boys, it's all yours. Well, okay, now let's see if we can unravel this thing.
Sheriff, I may be able to help. Mrs. Harris apparently entered in here from her husband's private office, overheard the voices, realized what was happening, took the gun from her husband's desk, killed Reese just as he was about to shoot Mr. Harris.
Mr. Harris, just how much money is missing?
$250,000. Every cent of the prize money.
And this other fellow, what did he look like?
Well, I didn't really get a good look at him. I was at a bad angle. The first fellow, what was his name?
Reese?
Yeah, well, he was pointing the gun at me. He was about to pull the trigger, and the second fellow came in, and that broke his concentration for a second, I guess. Then he raised the gun again. I thought I was finished. That's when Elaine fired.
I'll get it. Hello. Yeah, Cooper, what do you got? You did? That's fine, real fine. What? You're sure? All right, I'll meet you down there.
What's up, Sheriff?
They got him.
The second man, they caught him?
He totaled his car up at Canyon Junction. Seems like he's got a mild concussion and a broken arm.
What about the money, Sheriff?
Oh, that's a good question. What about the money? There's not a trace of it. Mr. Harris, maybe you could bring your wife around the county hospital tomorrow morning, if she's up to it, say around 10 o'clock. I'd like her to take a look at this fellow we just caught, see if she can identify him.
Yeah, Sheriff, we'll be happy to cooperate.
Thank you. Lonnie. You stay here. Parker will be over with a print kit real soon. I'm going over to the hospital. And Lonnie, see if you can find one of those slugs. Dig it out, huh?
Oh, Sheriff, we found one just before you got here.
You did? Where?
Right there.
It looks like lipstick.
You got it.
Well, I guess we got to use every law enforcement tool we got, don't we?
Right.
You have that look in your eye.
What?
You have a theory on what happened?
I think I better keep it to myself, though.
Why?
Territorial imperative. Pete, we were brought down here to help with crowd control, right? I don't think the sheriff's the type that would accept help from any outside person, you know? I'm tired anyway.
Yeah, well, just give me a hint.
And have it wind up as an episode on your new TV series?
Hey, I haven't even sold it yet. And maybe I never will if people won't trust me and share their true life experiences with me.
Okay, Pete. I don't want to destroy a budding Hemingway. But now you've got to promise to keep it to yourself.
Now, Christie, I took an oath as a police officer.
All right. Now this is what's troubling me. Why would a loan shark be robbing a safe? Now that's kind of odd.
Yeah, that's odd, all right.
And that missing money?
You know where it is?
No. But if they didn't find it in the car, he could have thrown it out somewhere along the way when he knew he was going to get caught, figuring on going back picking it up at a later date.
Yeah, you got a point there. But then again, if hey, Christie! Hey, Christie, you got my key!
Dr. Franks, report to emergency. Dr. Franks, report to emergency. Dr. Bing, report to nurse's station. Dr. Bing, report to nurse's station.
Miss Harris?
Dr. Small, emergency report. Dr. Small, emergency report. Dr. Bins, report to surgery.
Take a look.
Dr. Bins, report to surgery.
Take a good look.
Dr. Bins, report to surgery.
Well, what do you think, Mrs. Harris?
It's him.
You're sure?
There's absolutely no question about it.
Limbering up?
All set.
Hi, welcome. It's Monty here on location at the site of the big rematch. Today with my guests, Ms. Rosemary Casals and Mr. Bobby Riggs, along with our special guest for today, Sheriff Leland Baxter. Miss, well, smile, honey, you're on television. Come on, join our audience. I was saying, our special guest for today is Sheriff Leland Baxter, the man responsible for investigating the spectacular robbery last night. Sheriff, good to have you with us.
Thank you.
Let's start with you. Mr. Riggs, where were you when the robbery occurred last night?
Why me?
As I understand it, motive is a prime consideration. Bobby knows he couldn't have won the money on the tennis court.
Now, just a minute. I have a dozen witnesses.
I'd still check him out.
Just a minute, you two. I'll get back to you. Sheriff, as I understand it, the man suspected of making off with the money is now in custody.
That is correct, and we do have a positive identification.
Anything new on the money?
Well, the man we have in custody isn't talking, other than to protest his innocence, but we're sure the money will turn up.
To help us unravel the mystery, I'm going to need your assistance, Miss Love.
Christie.
Investigator Love operates out of L.A.
Hey, you guys! Christie's coming on television from Palm Valley.
A hand over the weekend with the crowd. That's all.
I understand you were the first person on the scene of the robbery last night.
Only by coincidence.
You mean you're not officially working on this case?
Well, Investigator Love operates out of L.A. That's another jurisdiction entirely. She's just down here to give me a hand over the weekend with the crowds, nothing more.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's still not one of the best detectives that we got.
Something new has been added. You are?
Officer Peter Gallagher, LAPD.
What is going on around here? No wonder I can't find anybody. What is this?
You got to see it to believe it, Captain.
Were you the man who was with Miss Love at the scene of the robbery last night?
Oh, yeah, I sure was. Just before the shots, it was a moment of sanguine intimacy. See, the four of us were caught up in an aura of fellowship, and then the fire erupted. Shots out of nowhere, shattering the piquancy of bandage and persiflage.
That's very interesting, Mr. Gallagher.
Yeah, I know it. And then the harrowing flight out of the...
Hold it. You want to take a step back? Just take a step back. Just a step. Thank you. Miss Love, what do you think happened to the money? I mean, you must have some theory about it.
Well, I guess the sheriff's probably on the right track.
You guess he's probably... I have a feeling you're trying not to tell me something. You do have a theory, don't you?
Well, I assure you we're doing everything possible to retrieve the money.
I'm sure you are, Sheriff. You want to tell us what efforts are being made?
Well, I'd rather not discuss that right now.
And I guess you don't want to tell us what you think happened to all that money.
I'm not really sure.
Oh, Christie, I think you should have more confidence in your theories. I mean, I think you're right.
Just a simple assignment. You want to get rid of him for a couple of days?
Right about what, Mr. Gallagher?
Well, let's look at it this way. Say that the robber saw he was going to get caught and didn't want to be found with the money. What could he do? He threw the money out the window somewhere along the road. Between here and where he crashed at Canyon Junction.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I know it.
Sheriff, do you care to comment on that theory?
I do. I've got every available deputy and reserve officer out searching that area right now. I didn't want anything said. I didn't want to give people ideas. Look, I want to urge all of you people viewing this program right now, please do not come out into that area. It'll only hinder the police work.
Maybe you opened this prematurely.
That Christie Love is sharp. She's very sharp.
Now, we had a break with Madison. If he hadn't been waiting outside the hotel for Reese, we wouldn't have had a patsy. But he didn't solve all our problems, baby. Police are still looking for that money. You know, maybe it was even a mistake that you identified him.
No, I'm not worried about the police. They're running around in 3 different directions at once. But we gotta keep our eye on that Christie Love.
Any other theories you'd like to try? I just wanted you to see this with your own eyes.
We're sorry, Sheriff. We will try to help.
The whole 7th Army couldn't help. You two have created the biggest stampede since gold was discovered on Cimarron Strip. I didn't want anybody to know about the money until we got out here and got it. And now everybody that heard that broadcast is on their way out here to try to find the money for themselves. And probably more on the way.
Power of the media.
The power of a big mouth.
It's all my fault, Christie.
Oh, no, it's not, Pete.
I should have kept my mouth shut. I got you in all this trouble.
Hey, don't worry about it. You couldn't help it. Listen, I'll change and see you later, okay?
Yeah.
Hello?
I saw your TV broadcast. I've got to see you.
Who is this?
Joe Madison. Didn't have anything to do with that robbery, Miss Love.
You drove his car.
But I didn't know anything about the robbery.
Have you told all of this to Sheriff Baxter?
He didn't believe me. Nobody does.
Why do you think I will?
Heard what you said on that TV program. It's true. There had to be another man.
Did you see anyone after the shooting?
When I saw you and that man come out, all I could think of was to get out of there. I didn't know what was happening, but I figured Reese was involved, so I took off. That's it.
And you have no idea what Reese was doing in the hotel?
He always talked big, but he'd never tell me more than enough to brag a little. He did say something about the prize money being his.
When was that?
The other day, driving the hotel. He went in and stayed for a little while, came out again.
Huh. You had no idea what he was doing there then?
No.
Were you involved with any of Mr. Reese's other activities?
Like what?
Like loan sharking?
No. All I did was drive the car.
That's all you want to tell me?
That's all there is to tell.
Thank you, Mr. Madison.
Dr. Gladstone.
Excuse me, Miss Love, isn't it?
That's right.
Well, I'm Charles Miles, Joe Madison's attorney.
How do you do, Mr. Miles?
No?
Tell me, what do you think of his story?
Well, as a matter of fact, I haven't heard it yet. I just got here, and they told me he called you.
I think he might be innocent.
Does he have any proof of that?
Well, not that he told me. But I have a feeling he knows a lot more than he's saying. Perhaps another visit or two, when he can feel real trust for someone, should open him up.
Well, then you believe Mrs. Harris lied.
Well, now, I don't know about that, Mr. Miles. But I have a feeling that young man's telling the truth.
Well, Miss Love, I hope that you can help us get to the truth.
I'll do everything I can.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Excuse me.
Dr. Ruby Fine. Call on line 1.
May I use your phone? Thank you.
Hello.
This is Charles Miles.
Have you talked to Madison?
No, as a matter of fact, I haven't, but I did just talk to Miss Love. And you're right. She could be a big problem. She believes it.
So what?
Well, let's look at it this way, Mrs. Harris. If he decides to trust her, he's the only one who can tie you to Reese.
Thank you. I do understand your concern. But the minute I saw that man in the hospital, I knew he was the man who had robbed us.
Well, in a sense, Mrs. Harris, that's what kind of bothers me. You see, Joe Madison is young, good-looking, and wears his hair long. Those are pretty identifiable features. And yet, right after the robbery, you weren't able to identify him at all.
No, I couldn't. Aren't you forgetting my condition? I was almost hysterical.
Yes, I realize that. But isn't it also possible that you could have unconsciously seen what you wanted to see when you made that identification?
I'm not sure I understand your question. Are you suggesting that I'm lying? That's what it sounds like to me.
Mrs. Harris, I'm only trying to help someone who may be innocent.
He's not innocent. I saw that man with my own eyes. He had that gun waving around the room, grabbed the money, ran out of the office. I don't know why I have to submit to this police harassment. I have given you enough. I would like you to go. I would like to be alone.
As you wish.
I don't like the way she keeps nosing around.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna stop Christie Love.
Sure, I can understand your problem. Every department's got its problem personnel. I got people around here who need straightening out. But what you got is a special case. Well, yes?
Sheriff, I'd like to talk to you. It's very important.
Is this personal, or can I stay?
Oh, hi, Captain.
Christie, what are you trying to do out here? Now, I sent you on a vacation, not a revolution.
But, Captain,
First, you get on that dumb TV show and play Sherlock Holmes. And start a treasure hunt that takes 4 hours to clear up. And then you sneak into the hospital where you shouldn't be and have a secret talk with the suspect, which you shouldn't have.
But, sir,
And then you put the arm on that woman, what's her name?
Elaine Harris.
That's right. Now, you get her so upset that she finally has to complain to the sheriff, who finally has to complain to me, who is telling you in no uncertain terms, you're off this assignment.
But...
You can stay here overnight. Report to headquarters tomorrow morning with Gallagher.
Yes, sir. Sheriff, if I've inconvenienced you for anything I've said or done, I apologize. But I think you're making a mistake.
What?
Well, I'm more convinced now than ever before, sir, that Joe Madison is innocent.
Christie, it doesn't matter what you think.
Sheriff, take a look. It's empty. I found it in a gully just off Canyon Junction, no more than 100 yards from where Joe Madison piled up his car.
Well, what do you think of Joe Madison now, lady?
Well, the numbers are the same. This is the bag.
The only thing still missing is the $250,000 that was in it.
First theory must have been the right one. Madison must have thrown this out of the car just before the accident.
More likely, you figure on getting away, coming back for the money. Either way, it's another ball game. Somebody emptied that sack out there.
Christie, that could have been one of those gold seekers you and Gallagher sent out from the TV show.
Yes, sir, I agree. That's a possibility. But why would anyone empty the sack and then leave it? I mean, why not take the whole thing? It would be quicker.
What's your point?
Maybe the sack was planted there.
Planted? Why would anybody do that?
To make sure that Joe Madison still gets blamed for this robbery.
Lady, are you still sawing on that dead branch? As far as I'm concerned, Joe Madison took the money, threw it out of the car, somebody else came along, found the sack, grabbed the money. It's as simple as that.
Yes, but there could be one other possibility.
Christie. No, wait a minute, Art. Let her spell it out. Get everything over with at once.
Well, why didn't this sack turn up yesterday? Why did it turn up now?
Because nobody found it yesterday.
Or because someone planted it there after the search began. Sheriff, all I'm asking you to do is to check any possibility of someone other than Joe Madison who could have been in on the robbery.
Well, you all through? Have you said everything on your mind?
Ooh, that's not the kind of question to ask her.
Well, there is one other thing. Emmett Reese. He must be the key. Now, I check everything you can on him. Whom he knows, whom he does business with. Anybody who could have been his partner in on the robbery.
All right, Miss Love, I'll do that. If you do something for me.
Yes.
Would you please leave and let us get some work done around here?
Christie, I will meet you back at the hotel.
Right, Captain.
All right, come here a minute. Look, I've been searching my memory. I've never done anything to you. Why me?
She never stops.
Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah. That's what I love about this desert country. So warm all day and cold at night.
Yeah, hello, this is Captain Ryan again. Did you find a room for me yet? Oh, come on, surely there must be something available.
I know. Believe me, that is the last resort. All right, fine. Thank you very much.
Any success?
Worst kind.
What?
I am bunking in with you. Any objections?
Oh no, sir. It's in the other wing.
So?
So?
So good night.
Yep.
Good night, Christie.
See, Christie, it's getting a little cool. You want me to turn that fire up for you?
Oh, no, I'll just let it burn low till morning. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Sleep tight.
Sir, I wasn't being totally honest before. I mean about our rooming together.
What's your problem?
Yeah. No problem, sir. I don't think.
What is it?
Sir, do you mind if I ask you a very, very personal question?
What, Gallagher?
Well, you see, sir, I'm very sensitive to night sounds. Very light sleeper.
Gallagher? Gallagher? Gallagher. Get me Christie Love's room, please, and hurry. All right, let it ring, let it ring. Gallagher. Gallagher! Run! Come on, get up. We got trouble. Christie! Get her out of there.
How you doing, Christie?
Okay. What happened?
You sure you're all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Christie, did you touch that fireplace after we left?
No, I went right to bed.
You know, when we left that room, we had that fire turned down low. And when I just turned it off, it was up full.
You mean it wasn't an accident?
No. That was attempted murder.
But who?
I don't know. But you've sure been pushing a lot of bills since you've been down here.
Yeah, one thing's for sure, you rang one of them.
Yeah. Sir, I don't want to go against your orders, but it looks like I'm still involved with this case, whether I want to be or not.
Yeah, maybe. I just don't like you being a sitting duck.
Well, that's not so bad. As long as you know where the hunters are.
Tell me, how on earth could you have let this happen, Sheriff?
He overpowered my deputy. We thought he was sicker than he was.
Have you any idea where the man might be?
A car was stolen last night. It was spotted heading for Los Angeles. The L.A. police are watching for it. Don't worry, we'll catch him one way or another.
I do hope so. Goodbye.
Well?
My pet, despite your bungling, I do believe we're going to come out of this all right.
Did Madison get away?
Yes. Oh, what could be more perfect? No one's going to believe his story now, if he's still alive when they catch him.
Come in.
Hi. I just stopped by to say goodbye.
Ah, heading back to L.A.?
Yeah, well, this city and I didn't exactly hit it off.
How are you feeling?
Pretty good, considering somebody tried to kill me.
I know that must have been perfectly awful, but don't you think you're getting a bit carried away? Accidents like that do happen.
Well, maybe. Maybe you're right. Anyway, it's in the sheriff's hands now, and he's going to look into it. Bye-bye. Madison, what do you think you're doing?
Trying not to spend the rest of my life in jail for something I didn't do.
Well, this is no way to handle anything. Put that gun down.
Not until they tell you how they framed me.
Framed? What would we know about that?
Because you and him were in on the robbery with Reese.
You are crazy.
Madison, listen to me. Now, just listen to me.
Forget it. You're just like the rest of them. But I want to tell you something. This is true. I knew all about Reese's loan sharking. I went along with that. But I didn't know anything about the robbery. I thought he was seeing Harris in order to try and collect the money they owed him.
Now, that's a lie. I didn't know him a dime.
Well, I happen to have Reese's account book. It's all in there.
Okay, all right, stop. You two can stop the gymnastics.
I told you this whole thing was useless.
Useless? Oh, no. I think it serves an ideal purpose.
What?
The connection is broken for good.
What connection?
Well, how awful it all was. This madman came running in here threatening to kill you, and we tried to stop him, of course, but we couldn't. And he shot you before we could shoot him. I think that about does it.
I couldn't agree with you more. What do you say, Captain? That should just about do it, hmm?
You're bluffing.
Sugar, I never bluff.
It's over, Elaine. They set us up.
I'll shoot.
You okay? I didn't hurt you.
A little. But it's nothing like life in jail. Thanks, Christie.
You're welcome.
This crowd is going absolutely crazy with this marvelous exhibition of tennis. Remember, it's for $250,000 winner take all as Riggs serves to Casals. Rosie Casals has really been on her game today. She's driving Riggs deep, then brings him up to the net, just like that. Sets him up. And he's going to have trouble. She drives it right back at him. That's a Rosie Casals. Riggs' service. This veteran does not give up easily. Oh, an easy shot. Missed by Rosie Casals, and she is irate. This crowd, I think most of them pulling for Rosie, very disappointed in that. And we'll be going now to game number 3 in set 3.
All right, I'm through with them.
What a match. It was billed
Take
as
them to
the
themselves.
spectacular of the year, and it's been all and more. As the players prepare to change ends of the court, this crowd...
Everything all right in there?
Yeah, I just sent my deputy to pick up the money.
When we resume action,
You know they actually killed Reese and stole that money for themselves?
No doubt of it. Cleared up a $250,000 debt and got $250,000 cash in one swoop.
Yeah, for one quick minute.
You know, Miss Love, you are a stubborn cop.
Whether he likes her or not, he hasn't said. But the way they're playing at each other today leaves little doubt
You are also a good cop.
Truly enemies on the tennis court.
Well, I would have been a dead one if it hadn't been for the captain there.
I always said that fireplaces were for romance or roasting marshmallows.
15 love.
Oh, must be a relative.